In last class we have already discussed about that the early life of Jesus Christ and teachings of Jesus Christ. In today's class, let us discuss about that the spread of Christianity. Is in very short period the Christianity is spread throughout the world. So let us discuss about that how did this Christianity is spread throughout the world in very short period. Is here that Jesus Christ is interested to preach his teaching afterwards to helping the people who are in the distress. He give this responsibility to his disciples. Okay, disciples means students. What is here the Jesus Christ, his interest, he give the responsibility to spread his teaching throughout the world, and also about that what is helping the people who are in distress. This responsibility is given to his disciples, is it? So we can see that as startingly the 12 disciples are there for the Jesus Christ. So these 12 disciples are called the apostles. Disciples means what it is? The students, the followers. Okay, so the 12 disciples, he gives the responsibility to spread his teaching toward the world. Then afterwards to helping the people who are in the distress up to these 12 disciples. These disciples are called the apostles. So the first and also the very lovable disciple of the Jesus Christ is called the Saint Peter. Okay, so likewise they all start to spread the teachings of the Jesus Christ throughout the world. Okay, then afterwards they start the missionaries also to spread the preachings of Jesus Christ. So similarly he went, in a sense Jesus Christ went to the Rome. Afterwards he established a church. First time, this is the first church established by the Christianity. Okay, in the sense Jesus Christ is established a church in the Rome. This is the very famous, we can see that this is called the Roman Catholic Church. Afterwards we call that, what is when it divide into the two sects. So afterwards we call it is a Roman Catholic Church. The first church is established in the Rome country. Okay, then afterwards this is the main center of relational activity. We can see that all religion activities took place in this Roman church. This is the first church is established by the Jesus Christ. Okay, yes, startingly we can see that this Roman Empire is what is there in the Rome country. So the Roman emperors are also gives support to this Jesus Christ. Afterwards they also accept the teaching, but startingly it is spread very widely and very fastly, but later what is the Roman emperors are start to oppose the missionaries and the churches. Okay, so on that time we cannot see the widespread of the Christianity, but in the starting age the Roman empires gives the importance and they accept the what is teachings of the Jesus Christ. So in startingly it is spread very wide in the European countries, but later here the Roman empires, these empires are start to oppose the missionaries. Then afterwards the church, for that purpose we cannot see that on that time it is the stagnant. What is the spreading Christianity activities of missionaries is become the stagnant. Then later we can see that many more missionaries are put their effort. Then they also continues to spread their teachings. But here we can see after the 4th century. So in the Roman, the Constantine. What is in the Rome? Constantine. He is the Roman emperor. In a sense, the Roman king is came into the force. In a sense, when he ascend the throne, so afterwards the Constantine gives the importance for the Christianity, and he accepts the Christianity as it is the national religion in the period of CE. What is the 30 CE. What is in the Rome, the Constantine is the king. So in his period he accepts the Christianity as a national religion. So here we can see in the period of the 1330 CE the Christianity is accepted as a national religion. By this it gets the widespread. In the sense the Roman emperor gave the more encouragement to spread the Christianity throughout the world by the missionaries. Okay, so through that, after the 4th century by the Constantine in his period, and after also what is the Christianity is get the widespread. Understand this? Then throughout that we can see that Rome and Macedonia, afterwards Asia. In this continent, the Christianity is start to spread. Understand this? So, this is all about the spread of Christianity. Then finally, we understand that the holy book of the Christians is the Bible. We call it is the holy book of the Christians. So, what we can see in the Bible? The Bible is nothing but it is a holy book. It is the collection of teaching and early life of the Jesus Christ. It explains about the life and teachings of the Jesus Christ. Okay, this is called a Bible. Bible is the holy book of the Christians. As Hindus have the holy book is called the Bhagavad Gita. Is it? As then afterwards, what is Dvadashangas of what is Zionist and Buddhist Tripitikas. We can see that. Is it? So, likewise here also the holy book of the what is Christians is Bible. Likewise, the Christianity is spread throughout the world in very short period. This is all about the spread of Christianity. Understand this? Yes, the 12 disciples of the Jesus Christ is called the apostles. Understand? Then afterwards, he constructed, in a sense, Jesus Christ is constructed the church in Rome. This is the main religious center. Understand? Then afterwards, the first disciple of the Jesus Christ is the Saint Peter. Understand? Yes, let us move for the next point, that is the contribution of the Christianity. Yes, every religion gives its own contribution to world. Is it? As the Hinduism, in the sense, Hindu religion gives a wonderful contribution to the world. Similarly, the Islam religion, it gives the more contribution to the what it is for mathematics. Is it? Similarly, in next class we must discuss about that. What are the contribution of the Islam for the world, to the world? Is it? Yes, what is the contribution of the Christianity to world? Is it? Let us discuss about that. To the noble principles of it gives a good contribution through thought that the Nobel Prize of the peace and brotherhoodness. Yes, we can see that the Christianity gives the Nobel Prize and the valuable things like the brotherhoodness, afterwards the peace we can learn by the Christianity. Then next one, education centers are established as the missionaries. Christian missionaries gives the more importance for the education. So the people who are in the distress, so education gives the special strength to come out from the distress. Is it? Already I said in the last class, the more Roman people are practice the superstitious. Is it? So education is the very important to come out from this superstitious. Is it? So here the missionaries starts the education centers. It established the education centers in our country. We can see the many more convent concept is come from these missionaries only. Is it? Many more Christian missionaries now also they are all working in our country. Is it? Then afterwards the Christian religion is introduced the Gothic style. What is Gothic style? Yes, in our country, Hindu religion is given the many more contribution for the art and architecture. Is it? It is very extraordinary in the world. Similarly here, so we can see that the Vesara style, Nagara style, Chalukya style, likewise the architecture we are seeing now. Similarly, we can see here the Gothic style. Gothic style means what we can see, the domes, then afterwards the crosses are there. Is it? So likewise, so this structure we can see. When we see the some churches are there, no? So all these churches are in the what it is Gothic style. This is called the Gothic style. In the word they introduce the Gothic style, and the missionaries have extended the health service all over the world. What is the? So they gives especially what is the serving of the people is equal to worshipping the God is the teaching of Jesus Christ. Na? Similarly, they gives the importance for the what is providing the health facility and health service all over the world. Best example is Mother Teresa. Is it? So what it is? They introduce what is missionaries have extended the health service all over the world, and here they give the more importance for the empowerment of backward classes like the women and weaker section. So here the women's and weaker section have been largely benefited by the education. Is it? So they are all come out from all distress. Afterwards it makes the empowerment of the women and all weaker sections. Okay, so these are all the contribution of the what it is Christianity to the world. First one is so noble principles, likewise what it is peace and brotherhood we get from the Christianity, and they establish the education centers and into the Gothic style. Then afterwards missionaries have extended the health service to all over the world, and women and weaker sections have been what it is largely benefited by the education. These are all characteristics, contribution of the Christianity to the world. Okay, then we can see here the Christianity is widespread very shortly. Similarly, we can see the many more difficulties is faced by the this religion is faced with the many more difficulties. So finally, we can see that the Roman Empire start to oppose the churches and landlords and emperors are start to enter in the church activity. Is it? So afterwards the missionaries are also involved in the misbehaviors. The real teachings of the Jesus Christ is become hide. Is it? So for all these purpose the Christianity is become the two sects on the time. So when the these all activities is took place in the churches and also the in Christian religion, the Martin Luther King he start to reform of this religion. He start to reform this religion. Martin Luther King, he start to reform the religion. Reformation means what? What are the misbehaviors? What are the mistakes? Is it? So are there in the Christianity? So he start to reform that. Okay. So and he uphold all teachings of the Jesus Christ, real teachings of the Jesus Christ. So missionaries start to misbehave. Afterwards they all hide the all teachings of the Jesus Christ. Afterwards they all start to teach them own what they have the ideas about that. So they start to teach the own. So likewise, but Martin Luther King he started the reformation of the Christianity. So by that we can see the Christianity is become the two. What is it becomes the divided into the two sects. So what are those sects? First one is the Catholic and Protestants. So the Catholics people are followers of the Jesus Christ teachings only. What is they are followers of the Jesus Christ teachings only. So what are the reforms are done by the Martin Luther King? The people who are followers of the Martin Luther King are called the Protestants. Okay, in the sense early Christians, in the sense the real followers of the Jesus Christ, and before we can see the people are the Catholics and the followers of the Martin Luther King is called the Protestants. Okay, so the Catholics is followed the teachings of the Jesus Christ, but these Protestants also start to follow. What is they also follow the teachings of the Jesus Christ, but they worship the Jesus Christ and Mary also, and they follow the Martin Luther King thoughts. So this is all about the spread of Christianity and contribution of the Christianity to the world and the sects in the Christianity. And then finally we can see that the many more geographical discoveries is took place in the world in the 18th century. So and the scientific discoveries is also took place on that time. Here we can see the many more new lands, new countries they all start to what is discover. Through that they get the political power on that new discovered land. Then they are spread this Christianity in this area. By this we can see the Christianity is start to widespread throughout the world. So Then afterwards the many more colonies we can see. Likewise, in a sense, Europeans start to rule the another countries like the Asian countries, African countries. So they start to spread the Christianity. So nowadays we can see that the Christianity is found later, in a sense after later first century, is it? But it gets the widespread acceptance in the world. This is all about the spread of Christianity, contribution of the Christianity to the world, then sects of Christianity. In next class we must discuss about that the Islamic, Islam religion. What is Islam religion? Who found this? What are the teachings? How it spreads? After, what are the contributions of the Islam religion? In next class we must discuss about that.